everybody. Happy holidays and pretty soon Happy New Year. As we get ready to go into the new year, a lot of us create resolutions and we don't stick to them. What I want to do is I want to give you a tool that's going to help you be better at your resolution this year. A lot of us talk about wanting to lose weight, get into better shape. No matter what that resolution is, if you don't have a plan, you're not going to be successful at it. So what I wanted to share with you is I want to share a plan that I've used in my personal life as well as my professional life that has helped me a ton at being better at following through with something. You know, it's not enough to say that you want to lose weight or to get into shape. That's not a realistic goal. Like, what does lose weight mean to you? Do you want to lose 30 pounds? Do you want to lose 50 pounds? What does that mean? Like, just saying you want to lose weight, you could go through the year and lose 2 pounds. Are you going to feel better at the end of the year? The same thing with your fitness goals. People say, I want to get into shape. What does that mean to you? Does get into shape to you mean that you want to be able to do 2 more push-ups than you could this year? Nothing wrong with that. Does it mean you want to be able to do 1 more pull-up or be able to bench press 20 more pounds? Maybe. Also, does it mean to you that you want to be able to run, 10 miles and you can't run a mile today? Well, that's very different, and you have to have a different goal and a different strategy to get there. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what that strategy looks like. And we're going to talk about a SMART strategy. And you'll see I have it right here. So this is an acronym. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. So I'm going to leave this right here as we talk. And I'm going to talk about what's a specific goal look like for you. So if your specific goal is to lose weight, I went into last year at 290 pounds. My goal by the end of the year was to be under 200 pounds. As of Saturday of last week, I weighed 189 pounds. So I've lost 101 pounds in the course of about 10 and a half months in 2020 and a very challenging year. I think a lot of people have done very well with their fitness in 2020, and to be honest, a lot of people have gone the other way. But I had a specific goal of what I wanted to do. In years past, I didn't. I've been going to the gym for 3 years. I was working out every day, but I didn't have a specific goal that got me to where I wanted to get to. So if you're going to say, hey, I want to be able to, I want to lose 50 pounds, that's very specific. So we can talk about what your goal is. You need to have a specific goal. Please don't go into the new year just saying, I want to lose weight or I want to get into shape. Like, that doesn't really help. I've done it. It doesn't get you anywhere. You got to have a specific goal. When we say, is that goal measurable? So we talked about that just a second ago. I have 2 things in 2021 that I'm training for. I want to do a 200-mile bike ride in a single day, and I want to go back and retake the Army PT test that I took when I went in the military when I was 18, and I want to see how I do against it at 48. So I have until July to take that test again, and I want to see how I do. The minimum goals for me for that test will be 42 push-ups, 52 sit-ups, and I have to do a 2-mile run in under 16 minutes. That would have passed me at 18 in the military, and I want to be able to do that at 48, but my goal is to do better than that and see as close as I can get to what the max score would have been. The Army has changed their physical fitness test right now, but for me, that's the 2 things I want to go after. So I have 2 measurable goals. What's a measurable goal for you? Do you want to lose 25 pounds this year? That's very measurable, right? And you have a way to track that. You can look at it and weigh yourself in every week or every month. You can do daily, whatever that looks like. If you say, you know what, I want to be able to run a marathon. Well, that's a measurable goal. By the middle of the year, can you run 13 miles? Can you do 15 miles? Whatever that looks like for you, just make sure you have something you can measure, right? And make sure it's specific. The next one is kind of, I think, the most important one, especially in this fitness journey, is the A. Is it attainable? Is this a goal that you can do? Look, I'm 47. I'm in the best shape I've been in 30 years, right? Well, yeah, that's probably closer. Actually, since I got out of the military, so probably 25, 26 years, I'm in the best shape I've been in. I can do things I could never imagine I could do. I've done things this year that I would never thought I could have done. Doing a century bike ride, coming in, top 1% in every Peloton ride that I do, 100,000 steps in a day, which equated to 46 miles in a single day of walking. Like, those are things I would never think I would have been able to do that are attainable to me today, but in January they weren't attainable. So as you think about your attainable goals, like also with your resolution, It doesn't have to be for the whole year. Maybe you make a resolution for the first quarter of the year, even the first month, to get yourself going. And then once you get going, you may want to challenge yourself differently. But is that goal attainable? If you're 300 pounds and you have never run in your life, and you say to yourself, you know what, I want to go and do a marathon. I'm proud of you and I want you to try it, but it may not be attainable that first year. So is it something that you can actually get after? That's going to tie us into the next one, which is the R. Is it realistic? Like, can I realistically, lose 100 pounds in a year? The goal should be, if you say, you know what, I'm 300 pounds and I want to lose 100 pounds in a year, they tell you can lose 1 to 2 pounds a week safely and healthy. That's what I did. I lost really probably about 2.3 pounds per week. And there were some weeks that I had big weeks of loss. The first week I started in January, I lost 11 pounds, right? A lot of that was water weight. A lot of that was just kind of getting my body right. But then after that, consistently, the first few weeks I would lose 3 or 4 pounds, and it slowed down to 1 or 2. Some weeks I would lose 0. Some weeks I would lose 4. Your body's going to retain fluid differently at different times. But set a realistic goal for yourself. If you're 220 pounds and you want to get to 160, you can do that in a year. You just have to have a realistic plan on what you want to do, right? My wife has lost over almost 45 pounds in the last year. And she had a lot less weight to lose than I did. And for her goal was 50 pounds. So she set a realistic goal for herself. She's probably not going to quite get to where she wants to get to. She does have 6 more weeks to get there, so it'll be close. But I like the goal that she set. It's a realistic goal. And then the last one is the T. Is it time-based? When you think about what you want to do, have you made a time-based goal? So again, we talked about that goal can be you want to go after the first month, the first quarter, a whole year. You might have a 5-year goal. One of the goals that I'm striving to do if I can get better at running again is I would love to try to do a triathlon on my 50th birthday. A full-blown triathlon, right? The swim, the 112-mile bike ride, the 26-mile marathon. You've got like 17 hours to do it. I did a 15-hour walk this past year for 46 miles. I plan to do a 200-mile bike ride this year, which would be 15 hours in a day. I know my body can do 15 hours. Can I actually get to that 16, 17 hours where I'm doing all of this exercise in a single day? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. But time-based for me, I gave myself 3 years to get there. So your resolution doesn't have to be just 1 year. Remember, this fitness journey is a lifetime journey. We're not trying to do this all at once. We're not trying to change the world today. Think about what you're trying to do. I think about all those folks that have motivated me over the years. And if you can't tell looking in my room, my idol is Larry Bird. And Larry always talked about, he never thought he was working harder than somebody else, but he always knew someone was never going to work harder than him. Right? That was always Larry's mission. He didn't have to be the hardest worker, but he was going to let no one else work harder, right? There was always somebody trying harder, someone working harder, trying to get better. So you think about anything you want to do in your life with this resolution, think about all the cool stuff you want to do this year. Again, fitness is a big one for me. But there's also other things that I want to do this year that I want to be better at. Like when I think about this year, now that I've gotten down to really close to my goal weight, I'm within like 5 to 10 pounds of my finished weight of what I want to get to. I would love to go back and revisit the guitar this year. I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to take up a winter sport this year. Maybe I'd learn how to ski. I'd love to get better at cooking, which is something I'm super passionate around that I've shared in these videos with you. I want to continue to learn more on that. I want to be a better husband this year, right? So there are a lot of things that I get in there, but I think about, okay, if I have a smart goal, what can I do? If I say I want to be better at cooking, well, what can I do? Well, for me, it's talking to friends that are better cooks. It's meeting people that do that for a living. It's buying a new cookbook. It's going to different restaurants and learning how other people do things, right? I would love to get to Aaron Franklin's place in Austin, Texas this year because he has the best barbecue in the country. If you read any of the blogs that people talk about or you see any of the TV shows, it's the highest out there. I bought Aaron's cookbook because I want to learn how to cook like he does. So again, I did something that was very specific, right? Can I measure what that does? Not until I get down to Austin and try it, but I would love to, right? Is it attainable? Yeah, I think it is, right? If I do what he does and I use it the right way, I can get to that level. Is it realistic? Am I ever going to be as good as him? I don't know. Maybe not. But realistically, I could be 90% as good, and 90% as good is going to blow my friends and family away. And is it time-based? Yeah. I'd like to do it this year. If COVID goes away, I'd love to get on a plane and go down to Austin on a vacation and go check out Franklin Barbecue and try what's believed to be the best barbecue in the world. So now I have a standard when I come back home to measure myself against. So what I want to say in closing is, think about this again. Build your resolutions, be smart, challenge yourself, but be specific, make it measurable, make it attainable. This is the most important one. If you give yourself something that you can't do, you're going to give up on it after the first 3 weeks. Make sure it's realistic. This ties right into here, right? Can you get there? Yes, you can technically, but realistically, are you going to? Again, that's on us. And make sure it's time-based. Again, your resolution doesn't have to be for 1 year. It can be for multiple years, but give yourself a resolution that's really going to challenge you and make you be better this year. I want to say thank you to everyone that's checked out this channel. I've asked you before to subscribe. I've asked you before to hit that like button and also hit that notification bell. But, one of the things that's helped me this year be better at this fitness is wanting to help other people and having the avenue through this channel to share with you. This has been an amazing year for me. I'm so looking forward to 2021 and challenging myself more and continue to share with everybody here. So I just want to say thank you again. Have a safe and healthy holidays. Have an amazing new year. We have new videos coming all the time, but stay safe. Give yourself a great goal. Let's go out there and just kick ass this year. Let's continue to drive Mayhem Fitness up and make this a better channel for everybody. Please tell me what you're looking for in the comment section in the new year. I'd love to continue to come out with new videos to help folks. And let me just say once again, thank you. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We'll talk to everybody soon.